I'm doing something different this time around. I'm doing it without my hat. And let's get on into the video. All right, so we have everything we need. All the boxes on our writer's checklist have been checked off. But how does one actually start writing their story? Well, to date myself and reference an old Shia LaBeouf meme, just do it. This is Kathleen Lyons here at the Magic Library, and today we're finally starting our journey beyond the pages and writing that first chapter. Before we get started and everything, I have got to talk about my online store, the Magic Library Shop. This is a place where I sell all of my books as well as merch that I have drawn and designed. I've got signed copies of my books, including Animae Nexum, that have a few extra little tidbits in there from this first run. Book merch boxes, stickers, buttons, and a new edition, acrylic charms of the main characters of Arborea Lux and Animae Nexum, Luxalia and Asylus. I am trying to promote my store heavy this year, and every month I'll actually have a new coupon code for that month. Right now, you can use the coupon code MAGIC10 to get $10 off all orders over $25 when you shop at the Magic Library Shop on Square. The link for the shop is down in the description below. Oh, and before I forget, if you remember seeing me at Iron City Comic Con last year, I will also be there again this year on May 30th and May 31st. Iron City Comic Con is in Birmingham, Alabama, and I'll be bringing the Tips and Tricks version of Authors of the Future with me to the event. Last year, a fellow author and friend of mine, H.M. Johnson, and I did a panel called The Art of Storytelling, and I had so much fun with it that I wanted to see if I could do it again this year. But something that I sort of already had is a presentation about Authors of the Future. On Saturday, May 30th, Authors of the Future Part 1 will be in Panel Room 2 at 2:30 p.m. to 3:15 p.m. And Part 2 will be at 11:45 in the same room on Sunday, May 31st. So get your tickets and come and see me at the event. I look forward to seeing you. So with that out of the way, let's get on into the video. This is perhaps the first time we are actually putting the tip of the week at the very beginning of a video. Heck, it's the message of the entire video. When finding out how to get started to write your story, you just have to do it. Just do it. Just start writing. And it helps a lot better if you actually schedule a time for writing your story. By having a designated time to actually sit down to write, you'll find that you can write your story a little bit easier. This tip is all about repetition and setting up a routine. Now, some of you may ask, Kathleen, what exactly does that mean? How do I just write? Well, it means exactly what it means. In order to start writing, you actually have to start writing your story. A lot of new writers seem to get caught up in the final product and critique before they even have written a single word. They put themselves in this downward spiral of imposter syndrome and self-doubt, thinking that they'll never make it as an author. Well, I'm here to help you beat away the imposter syndrome and help you get you started writing your story. So here's some things to keep in mind when you finally start writing your story and putting it on paper. First off, your first draft isn't meant to be your perfect manuscript. It's going to be messy. It's going to be full of mistakes, and that's okay. I have said it many times in this series that your first draft isn't going to be perfect, and that it doesn't have to be. But the problem is that young writers see the success of others and immediately make that their goal without realizing the hard work that goes into it. And this is not me saying that I wasn't like that as a young writer. When I was younger, especially, all kids are extremely overconfident and they don't really get humbled until middle school and high school. I can speak from experience on that but I will do it in a later video. Leave an orange heart in the comments if you want to see me roast my own childhood. My point is that you don't have to put pressure on yourself to make everything perfect the first time around. The first draft is just going to be getting your ideas in a somewhat orderly fashion. Second off, another thing that young writers seem to worry about is how to start their first chapter. This is a valid question, yes, but it is also one that is extremely overthought. Believe it or not, your first chapter doesn't have to be anything substantial. It primarily exists to set up your story by introducing your main characters and also hint at the plot later on. It is okay if your first chapter starts off like a bit of a slice of life piece. Most adventures start out with your hero living their normal life life and then being thrown into a situation that they have to go on a journey to achieve a goal that will ultimately change the perspective of their world. Stories are all about change, the development of characters, and the goals that they are achieving. Starting out your story in "I was once a normal person, but because of this, now I'm on a journey" sort of way is perfectly fine. A little bit of an asterisk, there are a few other ways to actually start out your story. I will give you a perfect example. In Seraphim Awakening, I started with a vague prologue about the events that would tie in to the later story, and then chapter 1 started out with a police car chase between our two leads. And that's just one example of how you can start your story. All in all, use your best judgment to decide how you want to start your story. It's your story. You decide what you do with it. Third and lastly, just have fun with it. Be self-indulgent. Be messy. Don't try to make everything perfect this first time through. Write what you think is right. Your first draft exists to basically put your thoughts in order and actually put it on paper. It's the bare bones of what your story will become, so don't be so focused on the details right now. Those details will come later. Don't be so afraid of making mistakes that you don't start writing your story. Writing is not meant to be perfect or easy. It's an exercise of skill that grows the more you do it. It's all about progress, not perfection. I don't think young and new writers are told this enough, and I think it's a load of bull. No one should be expected to create a masterpiece when they've never worked in this medium before. It's not fair to those who want to start down this path, even if it's just for fun. Robert McCammon, an Alabama-grown horror novelist that's second in sales only to Stephen King in the genre, says that a writer should primarily write for themselves before they ever write for an audience. A quick side note, I actually got to meet him at the Impact Book Festival, and since I didn't actually sell any books there, I was primarily there to network and support my friends. But it was very interesting to meet him and actually learn his perspective of things, and it really resonates with my own philosophy. Anyway, I think this is a piece of advice that is very profound, and it's something that all authors and writers, new and veteran, should keep in mind. And that's where we're going to leave it for this video. This one is full of a lot of things that I wish I would have been told when I first got started. I hope that this helps you overcome that fear of perfectionism and take the leap to start writing. Your stories deserve to be told, and I cannot wait to see what you come up with. If you have any questions, make sure to leave them in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to stay tuned for more videos like this. Also, share this video with other aspiring authors as well, and if you're wanting a community to join for conversations, writing discussions, and a funny little meme or two, you can join the Inkweaver Clan Discord server, and the link for that is in the description below. And if you're interested in any of my books, you can check them out in my shop. I have signed copies of the books as well as book and merch boxes, which include a signed copy of the book or books depending on which set that you get, a series of 5 prints that I actually drew for the series, 2 bookmarks, and a sticker pack that I also designed. Also, because I keep forgetting to bring this up, I also have a deal where you can get a custom sticker pack for $5. It's 5 stickers for $5. Also, right now, I have a coupon code for my shop. You can use Magic10 for $10 off all orders over $25 when you shop at the Magic Library shop on Square. As I mentioned before, the link for that is down in the description below. Thank you guys so much for sticking around. This has been Kathleen Lyons here at the Magic Library, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys!